Welcome to The Love Affair, a relationship podcast. Listen in as we discuss all things love and relationships starting now. Hi, everyone. This is The Love Affair podcast. I'm your host, Robin, also known as Robin the Renaissance.
And I'm her husband and co-host, Jim, also known as Jimmy K.
We're still here, guys. We are continuing our series on marriage and vows. We are looking back over 20 years of marriage.
That's right.
We have been talking about our wedding day and our wedding vows, and we're going to continue that conversation. What I would love to talk about today is, in hindsight, what vows would you either omit or alter or replace, if any?
Yeah, we talked about in the first episode having a whole not really understanding what that is or what that meant. So I would probably just X that out.
You would omit it.
I would omit it, and
okay.
I would just replace it with, language I would understand. To put it in that place, and make sure I understand what I'm saying to you.
Yeah, because it's not really our language at all.
Right.
We would use different words.
Right.
I agree. I like that. Yeah. So that means we probably would be writing our own vows.
Probably, but I would leave everything else in there.
Okay.
I would. That would be the only one I would take out.
Oh, okay.
And replace, but everything else, because I like to honor and cherish and sickness and health and all that.
Those are good. I like those too. Okay, hear me out.
Oh boy.
You already know how I feel about obey, so I would toss that sucker in the garbage can with Oscar the Grouch.
That's been well established.
Yes. Okay. So definitely that would be omitted. I agree with you. I do think that I would replace the language with language that is more me.
Yeah.
But I also think, okay, hear me out.
I
know.
You're kind of scaring me a little bit.
Am I? Okay. So I was thinking about this one. What would I alter? I really do think that I would get rid of "until death do us part."
Who are you?
My name is Robin.
Yeah.
And
okay.
I think we've met.
I
would get rid of...
Why?
Okay. Let me preface this by saying, I am pro-marriage.
I will hope so. I will hope so. Okay, go on.
I am pro-marriage.
Go on.
And I am pro-divorce. And I am pro-singleness. I feel like everybody should do what they feel that they can do best. Okay? So just rolling out that right there. So here's why I say that. I think the reality versus the expectation is that most marriages don't last until death anyway. So if we lift that weight off of people, and then you're left with, are you still with me?
Barely. I'm here. I'm barely with you though. I'm barely with you.
Okay, here's the thing. You take the weight of, man, I gotta be with this person until death. What if I hate their guts? What if I made a mistake? And guess what people will do? Even after standing up there saying those vows in front of their family, friends, and whomever, guess what they're gonna do? Change their mind and get divorced anyway. So here's the thing. Say something to the effect of, okay, hold up. I messed up. I didn't mess up. We were talking about our wedding vows in hindsight, weren't we?
Yes. But you said we are talking about what would you change or omit or whatnot.
Okay.
So you still, I don't know if I like what you're saying.
Okay, because I got to make sure I say this. For us, I still like until death do us part, because I'm in this.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so that's the part I wanted to clear up. I accidentally switched to a generalization around vows.
What you told me last time, keep it in, you got to keep it in marriage, but I guess it was marriage. But anyway,
yes,
go ahead.
But I went from a specific marriage hours to general.
Okay.
Okay, so let me make sure I clear that up.
Thank you. Thank you.
Because your face started to worry me. You were like,
I start twitching and stuff.
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
But I started to notice, like, you were like, what the hell are you talking about? So let me make sure. Yes, let me make sure I am very clear. I think going forward for anybody else who is considering marriage and considering doing it their own way,
make it plain.
I feel like take the weight and pressure off of your marriage in the beginning, and instead give yourself some elbow room. Okay? Give yourself some elbow room. Give your partner, a spouse, soon to be, give them some elbow room, because I just need to say it. Most of these marriages ain't gonna make it till death anyway.
Yeah, that's how many people have that weight anyway. Because you have that weight of till death do your part anyway. Because
everybody puts it on them when they stand up there and say it.
I think everybody says it, but you just said it, like more people get divorced than stay married. So
yes, but if you remove the expectation around this is a lifelong commitment, then you won't be so devastated when it's not a lifelong commitment.
You're over here advocating for more divorce. That's what you're saying. Everybody get divorced. Okay.
No, I am advocating for rationale, logic. I'm advocating for people to stay committed to marriages that are worth committing to. And if it's not, give yourself a break and break that thing. There are so many people that stayed in awful, horrible, terrible marriages, and they're saying they're staying in it because of their commitment. And I'm like, let me tell you, that ain't worth staying in. From an outside looking in, that ain't worth staying in. I'm only tell you this. There are some very public preachers, pastors, leaders, politicians, whatever. They are engaged in extramarital foolishness. And the wife is the one talking about I made my vows for better, for worse, and this and the other. And I'm like, you are not going to be anybody's first lady sitting up here with your man's business all up and down the internet highway. And stand up there in your pulpit and expect other women to hold on to that. No, I want you to tell them, ladies, this is my choice to stay. And if it's your situation, your choice is to stay or leave. Okay, I'm out.
Yeah, because you're getting fired up. Okay, yeah. That example, when you're talking about infidelity and abuse and all that, yes, I'm with you 100%. I guess for me, as long as it's I want to say valid reason, but I can't really say that because your valid reason may be different from my valid reason. So I don't want to say that, but I just wouldn't want to hear any foolishness about that. Well, his feet stink, so I can't. You know what I mean, or something. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like the
spaghetti dinner.
The spaghetti dinner, yeah. So I wouldn't. That's that. Yeah.
Listen, I got to put this out here for anyone who's listening. There is a couple that is no longer a couple, and they broke up their marriage over a spaghetti dinner. Here's what happened, y'all. Okay. The husband preferred his spaghetti the way his mom made spaghetti. I honestly don't even know if they put all the sauce, all the meat, all the noodles in one pan. But
doesn't matter.
It really doesn't matter. But I need to explain that because I'm trying to. When people are like, "What's the spaghetti dinner?" It was literally, she made it with the sauce and the noodles, maybe the meat separate. So you build your own plate. His mom, I think, made it where you put all of it in one pot. And in any case, she made him dinner and he came home and he said, I don't eat my spaghetti that way. And he decided to go to Burger King. And he went and had his way at Burger King, and she went smooth off. The next day, while he was at work, she called a locksmith, changed the locks, send him back to his mama's house because that's where he preferred his spaghetti. And the marriage is over.
It dissolved after that. Yeah, wow.
So people are getting divorced over spaghetti and all other things, you know. So I'm just saying it is actually, it's a weighty thing to say. I'm going to commit to all this stuff until death do us part. And most people know in their hearts they're not going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
But the other party may not know that person isn't committed. So I'm just saying, just take that off. Just leave it off and instead say what you can commit to, which is I'm committing to loving you today and learning how to love you as the days go on. I'm committed to creating a safe and soft place for us to both grow as individuals and as partners, and make this marriage a place that is comfortable and joyful and supportive. And if it ever gets to the point where it's not that for either one of us, I also love you enough to let you go on and be great if I can't allow you to be great with me. I don't know, something to that effect. But
that's I just wanted to be a valid reason. That's all. I don't want anybody to get divorced over a spaghetti dinner. That's just me. I don't.
Okay, so those are the vows that I would alter, omit, or change. So I know that is a reach. I had to be honest with you. I was thinking about that, like, what would I really change? Because again, I think about us and how we have our commitment to each other has evolved and expanded so many ways over the course of 20 years that I think, you know, I don't know if I would change ours per se, but
well, you would change obey.
I mean, yeah, for sure. For sure. I would definitely, I wouldn't say that. But I would say that again. I'm on record saying it.
Yes.
Yeah. What else? Okay. So I would like to know from you, what vows do you think have been the easiest to keep?
100% is in our vows we said forsaking all others. That's what we said to each other, and that's been the easiest one for me to uphold or to keep. Because I'm not a person that goes out. I mean, I'm really just like work and home, and then we're hanging out together on the weekends or whatever. So I don't put myself in that position. I haven't put myself in that position, so the temptation is not there. So that was just the easiest. I mean, and also, like, when I asked you to marry me, I actually went in my head, like, can I see myself with her 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? You know what I mean? So it's kind of like all that work together. It's like, I don't want anybody else. I don't want anybody else.
I love that so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
What about you?
So the easiest vow for me to keep, it has to be love and cherish. For sure.
How so?
Because, I'm going to say this. I think you're so adorable.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
I like you. I love you.
Yes.
Yeah, I do. And I think those two things are so important. And I want to take care of you. Oh my gosh. The way that I love on you it feels easy and natural to me.
Because I make it easy?
Because you make it easy. Okay, yes.
Yeah. Sometimes I make it easy.
You do. You do. But I think because the way I display love is the way that you receive love. So it just is easy for me to love you. And I'm like, I like that.
Yeah. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
You made me smile.
Nice. Oh, my baby. Okay. the opposite of that is?
This is, yeah.
Okay, I don't. They always say never ask a question you don't want the answer to.
Well, you're gonna ask it anyway, aren't you?
I for damn sure are. I'm going to ask this question. Okay, bracing myself. I need to know what wedding vow has been the most challenging to keep.
The most challenging, just
bracing.
Relax.
Okay.
But yeah, these are the hard ones, or because it's not positive. But for me, it's honor in the context of honoring like your time, because I know one of your love language, your top love language is quality time. But I guess the excuse or whatever you want to call it, our schedules from the get-go has always been flipped sometimes. When you were working on Saturdays, I was at home, and I was working on Saturdays, you're home. The amount of time I spend at work, it just makes it difficult, because by weekends, it's like, man, I'm tired. It's football season. I want to watch football.
Ooh, that demon.
Saturday. That's not
okay.
demon.
It's not.
Stop it.
I will stop. It's not. It's not.
The football. I want to watch. I grew up watching it Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So to make that, to make sure I carve out time, and to consciously carve out time, it's a challenge. I do it a lot and I fall short a lot on that one. So that vow is the most challenging for me.
Okay, so honoring time or time management,
and
how much it means to me.
How much it means to you, and trying to meet that need. So
I think that's pretty good, because that's in line with mine.
Yeah.
Okay, so for me, the most, okay, let me set this up differently, because I don't know.
Because I'm bracing. You see the tension, like my shoulders are on.
You did. Okay, woo style. We're gonna breathe. Okay, we're gonna release.
I'm gonna sip water.
Sip your water. Okay, so here's the thing. I would say the most challenging vow for me to keep would be forsaking all others, because I am a person who appreciates connection and quality time. I value the time I have by myself. I really enjoy my own company, and I do like to have partnership and companionship. And so because our schedules can sometimes be so wonky, so lopsided, it leaves me to be either alone or lonely in certain things. So what I do to deal with that is I have a lot of hobbies.
Yeah, you do.
I'm involved. I got a lot of hobbies. I got a lot of projects. So I don't allow myself to sit still too long and just be alone and lonely. And so when we do have time together, I'm like, okay, you're off? Listen. I got the whole
You got the whole
day.
Vacations. You got the whole week planned. I'm like, what is happening here?
I'm like, I got my buddy. I got my man. Listen, your time, you have clocked out at work, but you have clocked in at home. This is now my time. And so we had to really learn how to manage the time we have together, and we're still working out the kinks around that. So for me, when I say forsaking all others, it's because when there are times when I want to be somewhere doing things, I don't want to always feel like I have to go by myself. And I'm like, man, okay. So I make sure not to put myself in situations where I'm entertaining the possibility of companionship with someone else that I shouldn't. I make sure that I plan a lot of time for us, but also recreation time with friends, girlfriends, and, or involved in projects where it's more group stuff, so that it's not any of those things where I feel like I'm just by myself. So here's the thing with forsaking all others. I think I don't want it to feel like I'm considering. I don't want it to feel like or sound like I'm like.
Said it again. You're not considering.
I am not
Yeah,
considering someone else.
Right.
In addition to you or even instead of you.
Right.
It's just that, man, you get married because, for me, I got married. You're my best friend and you're my husband. So I'm like win-win. So when I want to hang out, the first person I want to hang out with is my best friend and my husband,
Yeah.
So when I don't have you in either capacity, I'm kind of like, okay, let me go down the list.
Yeah.
Who else? Where else?
Yeah.
Who else can I go with? Where else can I go? What can I do instead? So because there's just, I think time management.
Yeah.
That has been, a mother.
For probably the duration of the 20 years for the most part. Because early on, that's when you were working Saturdays. School, yeah.
Other commitments, commitments and stuff. Yeah.
But then when I went to feeders, it just took it to a whole nother level. So
But yeah.
So we worked through it.
We're working on it.
We're working on it, man. And then we work through it as well.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's not easy.
You know what I think also helps? Because we both can be lone wolves.
Yeah.
And we don't necessarily need to be up under each other all the time.
Right.
We don't need to be connected at the hip to do a lot of things that we enjoy doing. It's more so finding that balance and prioritizing that, okay, when I have downtime, there's sometimes when I'm down and I just want to chill, and you might be revved up rearing to go somewhere and do something. I'm kind of like, oh, we made plans. Okay, can we change them? And then there is vice versa when you have downtime and I'm like, listen, I got your whole weekend planned.
Yes, you
Come
do.
on.
Yes.
And you're like, I really just wanted to.
I just want to put my feet up.
I just want to put my feet up and just chill.
Yeah.
So finding a way to just make sure each person's needs are taken care of. That we're working on it.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, because it's more than just the work schedule. It is how we, like you just said, how we feel at that time. Because sometimes it is that, like, you're almost hyper, like you ready to go, and it's like,
heck yeah, I got my friend and my man.
Yeah, and I'm like,
come
It's
on.
been a long week. I've been driving through snow and all, you know what I mean, stressed out, and so it's just it's more than just the work issue.
Yeah. That's why I think. I would say if there's something looking back, if we could tweak something, it would be our schedules.
Yeah.
It would. And
we have never had
our schedules aligned. Never. In 20 years. That's 20 years of marriage. I'm talking about in our relationship even before that. So that's actually what, 24 years? Our schedules have never been aligned, so we've always had to adjust. So, okay.
Wow. I really didn't even think about it like that. It's like, it's been like that.
Because it was at one point we were dating when I was getting off work. I think I was getting off work about 3-ish and you were going into work at 4. So we really didn't see each other until you got off work. And then I would stay up late just so that we can hang out. Right. And then go to work.
You was all
dog tired. Oh my gosh.
Falling asleep on your desk.
Yes. I was like, I'm going to sleep.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're here and we're still working on it. When you think about our marriage, which vow do you think we've been tested in the most?
Without a doubt, it's got to be for richer and for poor. That one right there, yeah.
I agree.
After our first year of marriage, shoot.
Come on.
Finances started to fluctuate.
Come on.
Man.
Didn't they do it?
Whoa. They did it to us, man. And
okay.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Yeah.
Because things changed often.
It changed quickly too. That's the thing. Like it was almost like like I didn't see it coming, almost, in a sense. Me, I didn't feel it coming.
Okay, I would agree. Me either. There were some things that were just like, wait the hell up.
What is happening?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing though, seriously. There are a lot of couples that break up because of financial issues. And we're 20 years in. We've had them. We've navigated through them.
Yeah.
I don't even know how we did it, but I'm curious to hear from you.
That's a good question.
How did we get through that?
Yeah, that's a good question. I know we had a lot of conversations about money, finances, how to do what, how to pay bills, when to pay them. You know what I mean?
We definitely had a different value system.
And those conversations, they were not easy. Like there was a point of contention on some of those.
Yeah.
You know, when we tried to take a little trip or something.
Oh.
You know, it was a point of contention. So it started off with communication, and
we got through it.
Yeah, we got through it, but it was tough. It was really, really tough.
Yeah. That's all the time we have for today, but we're definitely continuing the conversation in the next episode. You don't want to miss it. Before you go, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, rate, follow, do all of those things that will let us know you enjoyed the conversation and that you support us. That would really encourage us to keep going. So until next time, thank you so much for listening and take care.